A big thanks to Audible for sponsoring this video.
People are minding their business these days, and it should just stay at that. Mind your business. Just mind your business.
Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
Hey gems, it's Cindyrella and welcome back to my channel. So today guys, I'm finally filming my what I've learned in my early 20s video. Yes, you guys have been asking for this video for a while now. I'm so sorry because I promised this to you guys for a long time, like a month now, but it's here. I'm very excited to be filming this video, and I'm very excited to answer the questions that you guys have been asking about, because look, we all need help and insight on our early 20s. I feel like if I had someone that I was watching, that I looked up to, that was giving me this kind of advice, I would probably be a lot different than now. But you know, we grow, we glow, we go. You know, we glow, we grow, we go. We move, people. And that is exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to be giving you guys my insight, my advice, my experiences on what I feel like has shaped me into the 25-year-old woman that I am today. So yes, guys, if you don't know, I just turned 25 last month, April 10th. And I am very excited to go on this journey of my later 20s, my mid to later 20s. And then, you know, in 5 years, your girl be 30. And who knows where I'll be by then, you know? Maybe I'll be watching this back in another video like, wow, that's what I was like at 25. So, you know, I'm very excited to, I'm silly today. I don't know what's going on in the air. Maybe it's something I drank earlier. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay guys, so you guys asked me so many questions on Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, you need to be doing that right now, because I have a lot of content on there that pertains to YouTube stuff, pertains to Twitter, Instagram, a lot of discussions and stuff that are going on Instagram that are not happening on YouTube, because you know, who knows whenever I pop up on YouTube. Sometimes I decide to do 13 videos in 1 month, sometimes I decide to do 3. So make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram to keep up with me and all of the stuff that you guys might be missing out on, because I don't want you guys to miss out, you know? I want you guys to miss out. And there could be another giveaway on the runs, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want you guys to miss out on anything. So let's get right to it. All right, so I wasn't sure if you guys wanted me to include your names or anything, so I'm just not going to. But the first question says, what are some things that you regret doing and some things you wished you did? Okay. In my early 20s, some things that I regret doing. I regret giving my time to a lot of people that I thought I could change. You guys have heard in many of my other videos, I am a helper. I love to help people. And I feel like that has hindered a lot of my growth, because I've wanted to stick around for people whenever I knew it was absolutely necessary to kind of abandon the certain relationships that were going on, whether it be romantically or friendship wise or even family wise. I have been in situations to where it's like, okay, I know I need to abandon this, but you know, whether it be time or the effort put into it, or me seeing the potential in people or the situations, I have stayed. And I think that is something that I've been practicing not only in 25, but at 24, I was very intentional on making sure that I was giving my time to the right things and the right people. I was making sure that whenever I was uncomfortable with other things, I voiced my opinions, I'd voiced my concerns, and I'm learning to do more of that now so that I can nip things in the bud and realize if something is for me or if it's not. And I've always said to you guys, if something is not feeding you, if something is not for you, then you need to let it go. One thing that I was very bad about doing was staying when I knew that it wasn't feeding me anymore, that the purpose was no longer serving me. And I always say, people are in your life for a reason, a season, or for life. The reason might be that I'm filming. I'm filming, mommy.
How are you?
I'm filming. I'm working.
Huh?
I'm working.
You're what?
I'm working.
I know you're live.
Like, right now, I am on camera and the red button is on.
Oh. I should let go.
Yeah, I'll call you later.
Okay, I will disappear.
Bye, mommy.
Love you.
Love you too. Well, that is a relationship that no longer serves me. I'm just kidding. I have learned that whenever something does not serve you anymore, you know, whether it be for a reason, a season, or for life, you need to identify what those things or people are and move accordingly. So I'm moving. And yeah. And some things that I wish I did. Oh, I guess that is what I wish I did. I wish that I did more of that in my early 20s. But I think everything that happens to you as you're growing up is meant to shape and mold you into the person that you become in the future. So yeah, you know, we're doing the right things that we're supposed to do, even if it's a mistake. Every L is not a loss, it's a lesson. What relationship advice would you give to girls in their early 20s? I think the same thing that I just said. Learn what is feeding you, and if it's not, just don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to let go. Too many times I think we as women see the potential in things, whether it be men or friendships, but we're talking about relationships right now. So I think too many times that we see the potential of men when they're explicitly showing and telling us that they do not want this. They don't want the same things as us. And we need to just let it go. We need to just know that, you know what? I can't change this person. Even if they want me for a good time and not a long time, you know, even if that's what you want, cool. But if that's not what you want, then don't stay. Even if what you want is something temporary and someone wants something long term, don't stay. Always remember what it is that is serving your purpose. And if it's not, don't be afraid to let it go. Don't think that you're not going to find someone in the future because this person is not doing what they're supposed to do right now. Because let me tell you guys something. There are so many people in the world. There are so many people in the world. It is not limited to just the people in your box, in your circle. It is not limited to that. There are so many other people to meet. There are so many reasons to travel and see the world. And that's what I keep on emphasizing. Y'all, it's so important to put yourself out there. It is so important to put yourself out there. I think I was talking about this on social media the other day. Where do people meet other people? And I wasn't even asking the question for myself. That was the whole point. But where do people meet other people? And some of the people were saying, you know, you just gotta let them come to you. What?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get in Igbo.
Excuse me? Let who come to me? Husbands will not just be dropped at your door like a stock, okay? This is not what that is. Like that's not how romance works. You have to put yourself out there. You have to do the work yourself and in yourself to get what you want. Whether it be a situationship, whether it be just a sneaky link, whether it be a marriage, whether it be just a long-term relationship, whatever you think is serving you, you still have to put yourself out there to get what you want, okay? It's not gonna be just dropped at your door. And some people are that lucky, but a majority of us are not. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. That's another thing that I would say in romance world. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and don't be afraid to let go, okay? Thoughts on dealing with comparison and or imposter syndrome. Okay, so to this day, I don't think that I have healed from my imposter syndrome. I think I oftentimes downplay my reach and my influence because of like some of the things that I've heard from some people that were very negative in my life. And I just really have to remind myself that, you know what, there have been times that I've received messages from people that my videos have either brought them happiness or given them the answers that they needed. And I take pride in that. I'm very proud in the fact that I'm helping some of you guys. That really makes me happy, because that was the whole point of this platform. To create a safe space, to curate a place where people can come to feel welcome, to curate a place where people can come to find answers for certain things, whether it be happiness or sadness, or answers to why they should break up with their boyfriend, or answers to why, you know, their identity is so important to themselves. I think that I have definitely fought with imposter syndrome for a long time, and I'm still even fighting through it. So, you know, it's just a matter of knowing what it is that your purpose is, and knowing what that worth of your purpose is. Like, you know what you're doing, you know what you're bringing to every room that you enter. So just be proud in that. Just be very confident in the fact that it's what you're meant to do. Look guys, mental health is so complex, and you guys know I'm getting my master's in psychology. So this is something that I've been studying for years now. Mental health is so complex and is so layered, and unfortunately there is no cure. There's no cure to depression. You will have waves, you will have some situational moments to where your events in your life or strong life events are affecting and impacting your mental health and your depression, where it may be a little stronger, where it may be feeling like you're healed completely. But the fact of the matter is that every day is a decision to fight. Every day is a decision to fight. And there's a difference between feeling depressed and actually having depression. You know, a lot of people will say they're feeling depressed when they're usually just feeling sad, or, you know, dealing with certain hormones or stuff like that. And there are so many different, there's a spectrum to mental health as well, whether it be like depression. You can have mild depression, you can have extreme depression to where you can't feel like you want to shower for like 2 weeks. You can have mild depression to where you're like, you know what, I can function, I will put myself up to go work today, and I will work through my problems on my own. Everyone has their own story, and again, every day is a choice to fight, and you really have to make sure that you're identifying why you want to. And therapy, I can't stress it enough, therapy is so important. It's helped me, and honestly, I wish that I was more active in getting therapy, because I think that it would even aid in my productiveness. Y'all might think that I'm very productive, or productivity. Oh my God, I said productiveness. Productivity. Y'all might think I'm very productive, but to me, I feel like there's so much more that I could be doing. There's so many more emails I feel like I could be responding to. There's so many things that I could be doing that would keep me being successful that I stop myself from doing because of fear, or because I feel like I'm not good enough, or because, you know, that depression and anxiety loves to creep up on me. But I'm here to tell you guys, your reason in fighting is internal. You're worth it. Keep fighting for you, because you are so worth it. Oh God, I know I do the little, you know, dramatics with my sentimental nonsense, but I believe what I'm saying, guys. You're worth it. Keep fighting. What are some things that you were stressed out about at 21 that are not a big deal right now? Boys. boys and school. Although I am still in school and getting my master's, I'm not as stressed out at school as I was before, because guys, one thing that I realized going through school, although I have certain goals for myself, school is not for everybody, okay? School is not for everybody. And I was so hard on myself, thinking that my life would be over if I didn't get into optometry school. I was so hard on myself about that. I was so hard on myself about why I would accept certain treatment from certain guys and stuff like that. That, like, right now, I'm just kind of like, yo, the way I'm so focused on myself right now, those things don't even cross my mind. I'm focused on building myself, building my own empire, building my own business and my own brand, to where it's like, oh, okay, optometry school, that was cool when I wanted to do it, but that's just not for me anymore. Oh, you know, that guy that I thought was cute back then, that's cool, but you know, the hubby will be coming soon, eventually, on his own time. He's just taking his time right now. You know, I think that a lot of the things that I was stressed out about at 21, and you know that my anxiety and depression definitely played a huge part in it, but a lot of things I was stressed out about at that age are irrelevant to me. Now I worry about bills, taking care of my dog, and how much more often I would like to see my family and my parents. That is what I focus on now. And you know, Priorities change as you grow older. Whatever you know at 21 is all you know. So don't be so hard on yourself for being stressed out about the things that you're being stressed out about, because that is your entire world at that point. At that point, that is all you know. So you're not gonna know the stresses of 25. You're gonna think, oh, you know what? At 25, I was a dummy at 21. It's age. You age, you learn, you grow. That is the point of aging. You're not gonna be stressed out about the same things because your life is going to constantly be changing. So don't be worried about, you worrying about the wrong things at 21. You're worried about the things that you only know and can identify with. So, I guess those are the things that I was worried about that I'm not really worried about right now. Having a host stage, casual and serious dating. I guess that's what you want me to talk about. Okay. So, I'm not opposed to anyone having a host stage. If you want to do that, if you want to casually date, host stage doesn't even have to be opening your legs from someone. You know what I mean? I think that in this day and age, sexual liberation has just taken over to where it's kind of hard to shame someone because it's none of your business. So as long as you're minding your business and getting tested and making sure that what you're doing aligns with what you want, I don't really care about that. Do it in your early 20s. Get it out of the way while you want to, so that if you want to live your later 20s trying to find a husband, you can do so. The fact of the matter is, y'all, don't listen to the guys on TikTok. Most of these guys don't care what your body count is. Most of these guys don't care if you post lingerie pictures. Most of these guys do not care about your history as long as you're being safe, as long as you're healthy, and as long as, what your present is not what your past is. Or rather, what your present isn't making you worry about your past. If that makes any sense. I hope I'm saying that the right way. But yeah, just don't let your past get in the way of your future. Like, people are minding their business these days, and it should just stay at that. Mind your business. Just mind your business.
Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
What is your biggest regret and how did you bounce back? My biggest regret is wasting a good chunk of 2018 and 2019 on the wrong people. I definitely have to say that. Not because I don't feel like, they have aided in like where I am today. I do think, I've learned a lot from those people, but I think that I was so engulfed in their lives and like wanting better for them or wanting them to be even in my life that I was not paying attention to what was ahead of me. And the way I was getting through that, honestly, guys, and this is me being very, very honest with you guys, being by myself a lot, spending my car rides listening to podcasts. Look, let me tell you something. Some of the podcasts that I listen to that really have really shaped me today, the Friend Zone, the Read, and Black Girl podcast. My early 20s was me listening to those podcasts whenever I was driving to school, because y'all know I commuted. Whenever I was driving to school, whenever I was waiting for classes, whenever, anything I was doing, those three podcasts were really, really taking me where I needed to be. Even Small Doses, Amanda Seal's podcast. So many podcasts I was listening to, books I was reading, were really getting me there. And you can also do that using Audible. Yes, this is an ad.
Audible is the leading provider of spoken word entertainment all in one place. At Audible, you can find the largest selection of audiobooks and thousands of popular and binge-worthy podcasts. As an Audible member, you will get 1 credit every month, good for any title in their entire premium selection. Some of my favorite podcasts can be found on Audible, such as Therapy for Black Girls and Horrible Decisions. And I always read my daily devotionals every morning, guys, and Audible has made it so much easier. So make sure that you guys are tuning in to the latest podcasts or books on Audible by visiting audible.com/Cindyrella or text Cindyrella to 500-500.
podcasts, books have definitely helped me in healing and shaping who I am today. And it's honestly really cool because podcasts are kind of like my personal therapy. Like even the podcast that I was listening to in the ad, Therapy for Black Girls, great podcast to listen to. Great podcast to listen to if you're looking for an outlet to kind of like help you navigate your feelings and emotions as you're going throughout life, especially as a Black woman. So yeah, I'm very, very adamant on making sure that you're continuing to educate yourself and using your tools to do so as well. How to save money while still enjoying life. Baby, if there's a chop life queen, you have met okay? I love to chop life, guys. I love to enjoy myself. I love to frequent traveling. I love to go out with my friends. I'm usually in the house though. And that's how I save money. I'm honestly usually in the house. I'm a homebody. I like to spend time with my parents. But I have a budget for every month. I know how much I'm making, like at least a month or two in advance. I map it out. I map out the known expenses that I have, and then anything extra that is not going to go in savings, I use that as my spending money. So the app that I use is Fudget, and there are so many other apps out there, but I organize my budgets from my quarterly income and expenses to my savings, and it also helps me map out like how much I'm going to be, you know, spending and putting in my taxes as well, because tax season is literally right now. I hope you guys got a chance to, like, you know, file your taxes and stuff like that, but literally using Fudget has saved my life. I have been a lot more financially responsible using Fudget. Now, that does not mean that, like, you know, those rainy day funds are not being used, because that is what they're for. Savings are for those rainy days, and you don't want to use all your money on bags, on traveling, on, like, always find alternative ways to save money. I love going on group trips because group trips save me money. Like, they really do. They save a lot of money. I prefer group trips because of that. I like to go out to less expensive places to eat out because I like to save money. I am not going to go to Salt Bay's restaurant when I know that for the week I only said I was gonna be spending $150. I'm not doing that, because that's the bill right there on its own. I personally am not going to be doing anything that I know that I don't have have money for. I don't like to live a lifestyle that is out of my reach. I know they say fake it till you make it, but baby, there's always a less expensive way to do something. And I actually even have a video on how to look expensive on a budget, how to look expensive without spending that money. Because look, there's always ways to live a luxurious lifestyle, but luxury is subjective, okay? Even down to safety, even down to livelihood, even down to your living spaces. Luxury is always subjective, and luxury is anything that is not due to any like every single person, you know what I mean? So whether you think luxury is you lighting candles and taking a bath in your own bathtub, that's luxury. And whether you think luxury is you taking a day to be in a hotel to take that bath, that's luxury too. Whatever luxury is to you, that is how you want to define it. So don't try to live up to the hype of what other people are doing with their own life. You can chop life and still save your money. You can chop life and still save. Say it with me. You can chop life and still save your money. Don't be stupid. That's it. Do you see yourself differently from when you graduated from college? If so, how so? Yeah. I think when I graduated from college, I was still in the place of where I wanted to please other people, whether it be my parents, whether it be my friends. I was very much living a life where I thought that I had to please everyone around me, even you guys, honestly. Like, my group videos, as you guys can see, I don't do group videos anymore, and I don't even think that I will even be doing group videos anymore. Maybe I might revisit them like every once in a while, but I think a big part of me was trying to want people to like me. I was in a space where I really, really wanted other people to like me, and it got to a point where I was like, yo, like, at the end of the day, whether people like me or not, or whether people approve of my decisions or not, I'm still going to have to be in this body. I'm still going to have to live this life. And if I'm not happy doing it, I'm doing myself a disservice. So I think whenever I was out of school, I was very much like, okay, I'm gonna still spend thousands of dollars to apply to these schools, to go to optometry school. I'm still going to keep certain people in my life. I'm still going to be on the straight and narrow and not show my real colors on YouTube because I felt like I had to be this person. I had to be this perfect polished image that my viewers wanted me to be. And I got to a point where like, yo, there are people that still don't like me? What? And I had to just accept that not everyone's going to like you all the time, okay? Even the people that do like you, they're not always going to like you all the time. You just have to live life for yourself. And not in a selfish way to where, you know, you're completely abandoning what other people are thinking or their morals or like whatever people are like, you know, have thoughts on you, whether it's like constructive criticism or not. I'm not completely abandoning that, but I am very much living for Cindy Ogechi first. I'm not living for anybody else. It's Ogechi first and then everybody else, see? Because my time is my time, okay? If you didn't know, that's what that meant. Okay, that means time. My time. God's time is always right. So God's time is my time. I'm moving. Is moving out of your parents scary? Absolutely. Don't let anybody tell you that this is easy. It's not. It's not. Living on your own is not easy. I have been stolen from, scammed. I have been taken advantage of. I have been in a fear of my own life at a point in time. There are so many things that I haven't told you guys, obviously, because I like to keep certain things to myself. But I have been through a lot in these past 2 years of living on my own for the first time. And at the end of the day, guys, I would not go back to my parents. I would not go back to my parents. I love my parents' house. I love my parents. But in me learning all those things and going through all those things on my own, I have come out of it stronger than ever. And I know that I can do it. I know that I can do it now. Now that I know that I can live on my own, I'm so empowered in it that I'm like, yo, this is it. This is it. I love it. I love the ghetto. I love this. I love that I've gone through all of those things and I've come out stronger than ever. I love that I've shared my stories and still been shameless in it, because at the end of the day, so many people want you to take your losses or your L's in silence. But let me tell you guys, I've said this so many times, every L is a lesson. It's not a loss. I don't believe in losses. I don't believe in losses. I believe in everything that you go through being a lesson for yourself. And when you realize that, the more you realize that, the more it'll seem like, you know what? I'm gonna make it through this. I'm going to make it through this. This is not going to be the end of my story. I'm going to make it through this. Shine, man. Do you, man. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Don't let anyone take you being you away from you. Don't. Do you, man. And our last question of the day, boundaries. Boundaries. I'm guessing you're asking how to establish certain boundaries. So when it comes to my family, that was a hard boundary that I had to set. Like, I had to really sit down with my parents and kind of even tell them how I would like to be parented as an adult, how I would like for them to talk to me, how I would like for them to receive certain things that I say to them, or how they receive my life decisions, you know? And granted, they're still my parents. I still owe them all the respect in this world and love. And I still listen to them. I still take things that they say constructively, but I don't let that shape my life, because at the end of the day, my parents, I think, even know I'm only going to be myself. I can only be myself. You know, every child that you raise is not going to be the same person. And setting that boundary helped me in my livelihood and helped our relationship. Honestly, I think we're closer than ever now because I'm more honest, because I feel like I have that room to do so. Now when it comes to friendships, oof, that was a hard boundary that I, even after my 25th birthday, had to learn to establish certain boundaries with friendships. I'm proud that those boundaries have definitely been established because it's also allowed for a more healthy relationship with my friends. I think the best boundary that I've set in relationships going forward, whether it's someone that is pursuing me or someone that I'm like casually talking to, is basically not being afraid of voicing exactly what I want from said relationship. Whether it's something casual, whether it is something that is just, hey, I just want to hang out, or something that I could see going the distance. I've been no less of shy. Is that the way to say that? I have not been shy of doing that. I am very adamant on what I want, and if it doesn't align with me, whether it be in my friendships, my relationships with my family, or my relationships with a significant other, I know what I want, and if you can't align with that, then, you know, then we're not meant to be in each other's lives. That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you guys go ahead and check out Audible. All the information on Audible will be in the description box down below for you guys to check out, and make sure that you guys use my code again to get your money off. And if you guys would like to go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below what you think you've learned in your early 20s, or what you're looking forward to learning in your 20s. If you're not yet there, go ahead and let me know that in the comment section down below as well. I would love to hear and learn from you guys. So with that being said, like this video if you liked it, comment down below what you liked about it, and subscribe to your girl's channel. Comment any other videos that you guys would like to see from me as well, as we are going through these 20 somethings. And I would love to see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed and beautiful, gems, and I love you guys so much. Smooches.
If you wanna make love, but don't call my phone. If you try to, I'll give you more than